What's up, everybody? Alex here. We just closed on this duplex, and I'm gonna do a quick tour with you here in a second. But this is the exterior. This is unit number 1, unit number 2, and yeah, we're really pumped on it. Great neighborhood, and let's jump in. You walk in. This is the front door. As you kind of walk into the unit, to the right behind me is a large, kind of like living area, but it's really big. So it goes all the way from this wall all the way over. So that's the front door. As you walk in, this is the garage. There's a single car garage in both sides. You can kind of see the single car garage. It smells like smoke, so whoever lived in here smoked. It's disgusting. But this is a walk-in laundry with cabinets up top. Then you go into the kitchen, which has a walk-in pantry, gas, looks pretty good, cabinets. Behind me is a just kind of our dining area, not too shabby. Then you have this hallway as we kind of come down. Here's bedroom number 1, walk-in closet. We come in, we go bathroom. We got master, so as you come in, and then there's the master. It's really not too bad. People that lived here just got out. And then here's the third. So it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. 2 bath. So it's 3 and 2. And here's probably my favorite part of the entire house is the private backyard. So that's the other unit right on the other side of that wall. But this is really cool. As you have your backyard, we have all this land that cannot be built on right back. That's beautiful. It doesn't really get much better than that. My little man's crying. Anyways, yeah, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. It's about 1,500 square feet each side, and this one's just getting ready to get rented. The other side is currently rented already, but we're doing rent increases and things like that. Yeah, not too shabby. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over to the office and talk about some of the numbers, and we'll see you there. You're not gonna believe it. I just literally recorded an 18-minute video and didn't hit record. Oh. All right, so now that you've looked at the unit, again, keep in mind this is a duplex. So exactly what you saw in that video, it is the exact same thing on the other side. They're great. They're one of the really cool things in comparison to the triplex that I purchased recently is that I don't have to put any money into this unit at all. It's dang near turnkey. Outside of, there's a couple things I could do, but for the amount of rents I'm getting, there's not enough of a value add for me to really get benefit out of it. So I'm not going to touch it at all. We do a year lease, so I'll really get to kind of analyze over the next year. What do I want to do? Do I want to, improve the property? What exactly I need to do to maximize my rents, maximize my appreciation, and just keep building property and value into that property. So, the rest of this video, I really want to talk to you guys about how if you're watching this right now, how you can get started in investing in real estate. I want to break down some of these numbers, go through the numbers with you, hopefully you get a little bit of perspective on what a property like this pays on a monthly basis, and is the investment even worth it, right? You guys probably know the answer to that one already, but I'll tell you guys quick from a kind of philosophy standpoint. I like, every time I get a new property, I think of a little bit of wind in my sails, the farther I get to go. And wealth, I follow Alex Hormozi. If you guys are not following Alex Hormozi, you probably should. Alex Hormozi talks about wealth being a ratio, not a number. A lot of us kind of look at wealth as like, okay, when I start making this number every single month, I'm free. If I make this number every year, or if I get my portfolio to this number, I'm free. And it's not so much a number that's ever going to allow you to be free. It's more of a ratio, and it's a ratio from the amount of money that's coming in versus the amount of money that's going out. And so, for example, if you make $1 million a year and you're like, I'm going to be free, but you spend $1 million a year, you're still broke, right? And so just goes to the same. If you make $50,000 a year, but that $50,000 is like profit and you don't have any expenses because everything else is covered, well, then you're wealthy, right? And so it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you want. If you're watching me, you probably want nice things like myself, but taking this time to invest into real estate and to invest into assets that that pay you money, that help you ultimately have enough cash flow to come in to cover all of your monthly living expenses, so that way you can take all of your working income and invest it. And the moment you hit that sweet spot of like, great, I have $5,000 a month of rental income coming in, that's net profit, that covers my house, that covers my living expenses, my food, and I get to invest my 100% of my working income, you're free, right? You get to then hockey stick, and you again really benefit from the effects of compound interest. Guys, there's people that make $1 million a year that don't invest 50,000 of it, right, on an annual basis. There's people, that make 50,000 and then that invest all of it, and they're wealthier than the people that make $1 million, right? And so, yes, the goal, number one, if you're watching this, is you got to focus on your income. You got to get your income as high as you can. You got to have skills that are valuable, or seek skills that are valuable, and then learn how to maximize those skills to earn income. Then take that income and invest it into assets like this. So let's jump into the numbers. As you can see here, this is my rental property calculator, just in like an Excel spreadsheet. And I paid $450,000 for this property. My closing costs were $15,662 out the door. That's all my principal, or my taxes and my insurance, my prepaids, my closing costs, my appraisal. It's everything. I put $45,000 down. Yes, I put 10% down. It's a really cool loan program that we have. And just like at the triplex, I put 10% down on that property as well. Anytime you have a multi-unit property, you need to put 25% down. So I'm saving an astronomical amount of money. Now the downside is I'm financing more, therefore my payment's higher, but still I get to go buy more real estate. And so I have 2 units as a duplex. We're thinking we're going to get $1,450 out of each unit. We don't know yet. I was hoping we can get about $1,500 to $1,600, but right now that I'm filming this video, it is December, and so it is a little bit more difficult to get those units rented. But the nice thing, like I mentioned before, I do not have to put any money into this. I don't have to put anything in right now. So we're going to take a year lease on both units, and then we get to kind of decide what kind of value add we want to do next year. We get to kind of really decide how we want to keep on moving with the property or don't, right? We get to kind of just chill. But 1450 times 2 is $2,900 on a monthly basis of my gross received rents. On an annual basis, that's $34,800. The amazing thing about that number, guys, is back in 2017, I used to work for a credit union. I was making $16 and change per hour, and I made about $33,000 that year. So this one property, in terms, if you compare gross to gross, now obviously I netted a lot more when I was working there, but whatever. But if you compare gross to gross, I'm making more money from this one property. And that is why I use the analogy that every property that I get is a little bit of wind in my sails to allow me to go a little bit further. And so my management fee is 8%, which comes out to $232. It's just 8% of $2,900. You see my mortgage stuff. Again, my total cash investment was my 45 grand plus my down payment. So it really came out to about 60 grand. That was my total out of pocket on this property. My loan amount is 405,000. Interest rate was 3.625%. 30-year loan gives me a monthly principal and interest payment of $2,077. Now that includes everything. That includes my mortgage, my principal and interest, my insurance, and my taxes on an annual basis. So this is how we're going to analyze kind of what my cash flow is on this property. My income is $2,900, like we mentioned before. Expenses are my $2,077 mortgage payment and my 8% of management. When you take that and subtract it from my income, gives me a monthly net profit of $591. Now this number can change, right? This number can change if I get higher or lower rents. I was thinking I was going to get closer to like 800 or to 900, even almost 1,000 on this property. But some of the expenses came in a little higher. My insurance came in a little higher. There's things that came in. And again, nothing is perfect. There's a lot of things when analyzing properties. You can't get it down to the smallest of details without getting a lot of people involved, right? Before you even get under contract. So it is what it is. I'm happy with $591, but there's room and opportunity for that to go up. So my yearly cash flow, this is my yearly profit, is $7,092, which gives me a return on my cash on cash return of 15.76%. And so it's good. I'm really happy with it. It's not as good as the triplex that I purchased early back in June, but that is why more units, the better. Because, for example, let's say this was a triplex and you add even another $1,000 on another unit, my cash flow goes to almost $1,600 a month. Or again, 1450 can go all the way up to $1,800 to $1,900 a month. That'd be amazing. That is why I love more doors. I love multiple properties. I probably will never buy a single family residence outside of the ones that I live in, but multifamily is where it's at, because if you can have 1 to 1.5 of your units paying for all of your expenses, everything else is profit. And if you have 3 or 4 units, that gets really dang nice, right? That can get really, really, really dang nice. But I'm very happy with this deal, mainly because it's a bigger property. It's more square feet. You guys saw the backyard. I was really sold on the backyard. I'm sold on the area. It's right around the corner from my current triplex. I like the area a lot. I'm still bullish on the area. I'm bullish on all of it. So I'm very stoked on this deal. And now that's $591 that I get to, again, stash away and put into my real estate fund. And so that every single month that goes, that's $7,000 a year of income that gets me a little bit closer to my next property. And so I hope you guys found this video insightful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Reach out to me personally. I'm always here to help. But I hope this gave you some really good perspective on what us real estate investors look at to analyze and how we're making our money and having our money go work for us out there in the market. So anyways, guys, please do me a huge favor, comment or even just hit the thumbs up button down below. Share it with a friend that is also looking into to get into real estate. And we have more videos coming out very soon. So anyways, I hope I see you guys then.